Hello and welcome to my channel. My channel is dedicated to exposing Watchtower lies, deception and cover-up. My name is Marcy and I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses for over 30 years. I served as a regular pioneer for 10 of those years. I was first contacted in 1987 in the door-to-door ministry, and I finally left the organisation in 2022. This video is an expose video, and I'm going to be talking about the book that brought me into the organisation, the Live Forever in Paradise on Earth book. Now, I've exposed things in this book before. I made a video about what was on page 93, I think it is. This person, Pascal Petit, and what happened when her brother was called on and he saw his sister in the book. I've made a video about that. And that Pascal Petit was a French film star and pornography star. And there she is in the Live Forever book. If you want to know more about that, I've made a video about it. But there are other things that are in this book that really shouldn't be in a book that's supposed to be teaching people how to be a Christian. I'm going to just go to, I think it's page 16. Where we have a picture of a thief running away with a bag of loot. But in the bag of loot is a pyramid with the all-seeing eye. Well, where have we seen that before? I've made a video about the Danish conference centre built by Jehovah's Witnesses, which has the pyramid and the all-seeing eye when you go to view it from Google Earth. You know, when you look at something like this, a thief running away with a bag of jewellery, there's no reason in the world to put a necklace with a pyramid on it and the all-seeing eye. How many people do you know who've got a necklace like that? Because I, in all my years of life of walking this earth, I've never seen anyone with that necklace. So they have put a pyramid and an all-seeing eye into the Live Forever book. So now I've talked about stacking the evidence, and we have Pascal Petit on page 93, the pornography star, and now we have a pyramid with an all-seeing eye. Now, that's not the only thing, because if we go to page 67, we see a picture of Jesus raising the widow of Nain's son. And you won't be able to see this very easily, but there is a face in the folds of Jesus's garment there under his cheek, under his chin. There is a picture, it is a face. So he's got a face in the folds of his garment. Moving on from that picture, to page 79. This is one that's more obvious. This is a picture of Jesus again. And in this instance, he is raising the Lazarus from the tomb. And in the wall of the tomb, there's a demonic face. In the wall of the tomb, you see Jesus, but there is a face for certain in the wall of the tomb. So that's another demonic face. Now, my sister says that she could see, when I showed her the book, she says that she could see a woman in this part, but I can't say for sure that there's a woman there, but I say for certain there is definitely a face there. Now, moving on from the resurrection of Lazarus, on chapter 16, page 134, we have Jesus yet again. And 134. We have a picture of Jesus yet again. And in the tree, there is a face there. In the bark of the tree, you can see two eyes and an open mouth. It is a face. It's not very clear because but as you look at it in the book, you can see that there is a face there. So moving on now to page it mentions page 97. This is quite an interesting page. And what we have on this page is a picture of, it should never be in a book. These things should never come into the house. They don't need to put pictures of an Ouija board in a book that's coming into your home. We have the Ouija board, the crystal bowl, and we have the palm reader with the zodiac around, and I'm not sure what that is, I don't know. But these three cards are actual tarot cards. This card is called the Falling Tower, and it signifies destruction, upheaval, death, something really bad that is going to happen in your life. If that card is turned over, a woman on YouTube said, "My heart skips a beat when I turn that card over." The Falling Tower. Quite ironic, isn't it, that they put it in the book. The other card is the Lovers in the middle. And that's not a good card either. It's not a card what you think is a nice card to come out. But this card here is called Death, and this signifies bad things as well. Although we know that the cards are supposed to foretell good things as well as bad things, these three cards seem to have been chosen to portray a doomsday message. And another YouTuber, I haven't got this, I have got a copy of this brochure, but I can't lay my hand to it at the moment. The Spirits of the Dead brochure, and I know I have got one, like I've got a Trinity brochure as well. But in the Spirits of the Dead brochure, it shows someone sat at the table reading the cards. And it's these same 3 cards that are coming out in that brochure. You know, you would think, as that other YouTuber said, they would just do a journal. If they're showing a bottle of beer, they wouldn't show the actual brand. They would just show you a bottle with a label with something on it. There's no need to show the actual real tarot cards. And to show them shows that they have them and know about them. And they were bringing them into the homes of people who wanted to learn about God and his son Jesus Christ. So, moving away from that, on page 113, we have a picture of Jesus again. He seems to be the target of all these demonic things. Now, it's page 113. I'm just trying to find it for you now. We have a picture of Jesus. Now, he's pointing in a very strange way with 2 fingers out, and his other 2 fingers pulled back over his fingers. It's a very strange pose, but that's not what I'm looking at. What I'm looking at is this face. It's like a dog's face with a long ear, which is in the sleeve of his garment. Now, and we're not done yet, because I found there's one more. It's on page 244. This is on page 244. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it. Talking about sexual matters between a man and his wife. Under the section, seek your mate's pleasure. We see a black couple. The wife sat in the chair. But on the table, behind her, there's an ornament. And it's got a ram's head on it. It's just there where my finger is. Now, that ram's head is an Egyptian god. It's if you type in Egyptian god ram's head, it will bring up that picture. Why is there a picture of an Egyptian god in a book that's supposed to be teaching us about Jesus Christ and his father Jehovah? Now, I'm sure if you sit down and go through this book, there are more to be found. Now, what I'm going to talk about is something called Enochian magic. And in Enochian magic, they use what's called sigils. And these are demonic images that are inserted subliminally into books or pictures. And they are magically charged with demonic energy. If you want to know more about these sigils, I suggest you do a little bit of research yourself, and you can start by Googling Enochian magic. It supposed to come from Enoch, but it's demonic. It comes along with Baal worship, black magic, and other things like that. And that's what these things are, these bases that we keep seeing, and we're seeing them around whenever it is to do with Jesus Christ. There are others in there, like we said, Pascal Petit is in there. There's nothing about Jesus on that page. And the Egyptian god, there's nothing about Jesus on that page. And the pyramid with the all-seeing eye, that's not got Jesus, but the other pictures have got Jesus. And when you look at the pictures of Jesus and find these things, you've got to ask, why are they putting them around him? These things are satanic. They're not the things that a Christian organisation would put in a book to teach people about the Bible, a true message from the Bible. I came in under this book, and it wasn't long before I started having nightmares, and I would have, I don't know what they call it when you feel that someone's got hold of you and you can't scream. I started having experiences like that, and I'd never had them before. I started with the Jehovah's Witnesses. And when I questioned about this, I was told it's because you found the truth and the demons are trying to attack you. You need to be at the meetings, you need to pray and be doing the ministry. But the more I did it didn't stop. I kept occasionally getting these demonic things. And I had a really bad attack 1 year when I felt someone or something. The bed went down as if someone was getting in it. There was no one there. And it pinned me, whatever it was, to the bed. And I was so scared. And I talked to another Jehovah's Witness about it, a friend. And she said that she'd had exactly the same thing happen to her. And I was told the same sort of thing. You know, it's because you're not attending all the meetings. You know, you've been attacked by the demons. But I've never heard of any Christian being attacked in the Bible by a demon. The people who were demon-possessed and had trouble with the demons were people who weren't Christians, and they came to Christ to be healed. I didn't have these problems before I had dealings with the organisation. When I was supposed to have gone to Christ. But no wonder when I fetched this book into my house, and it was full of all this demonic stuff. And I can tell you that since I've left the Watchtower organisation, I've not had one single attack of any kind, not a nightmare, nothing. But I would say that my fiancé, when he got in with me, he started experiencing the same, the nightmares, and it was awful. He went through an awful time. Now, I wasn't sure whether the demons were trying to stop him from being with me and getting me, him to leave me, or they were trying to get me back into the organisation along with him. But it was a terrible time, awful. And now he's got out. The demonic attacks have stopped. This is not a Christian way. And the more you pray to Jehovah, the worse it is. Didn't stop. You know, I watched a video the other day by Watchtower Examiner, and he had a woman on there who was leaving the organisation and trying to leave. And she started having these demonic attacks. And she said the more she prayed to Jehovah, the worse they got. And in the end, she prayed to Jesus. She said, please, Lord Jesus, help me. I'm so scared. She was crying on the video. She said, and after she said this, the attacks lessened off. And they stopped in a very short time, and she's never had one since. She says, but the more I prayed to Jehovah and asked him, the worse they were getting. She said it was everything was black. She said it was awful. It's on Watchtower Examiner, if you can find that, his videos. He's another one who reveals a lot of truth about the Watchtower. The Watchtower is a demonic organisation. To put those things in a book proves that that's what they are. They don't want to teach the truth to you. They want to control your lives and get you under demon influence. And I've told you that you know, the memorial is a black mass. And many people say they feel depressed. It's not a joyful occasion. If you can get your hands on one of these and have a look for yourself, is the best way. Because me showing it on my camera is not the easiest thing. If you've got one at home, have a look. Have a look through it. And if you want to see other subliminal messages, Kristy Ann has got a video, several videos about showing all the subliminal images and hidden things in the Watchtower magazine. Different Watchtowers, brochures and books. She exposes the lot. You won't believe it. Sometimes you have to use a mirror, and it's the reflection that reveals the demonic stuff. It's a terrible thing. So that's this video for today. It's quite a dire subject, really. But I want my viewers, if you've been in the Watchtower, or you're still in it, and you've experienced what I'm talking about, these demonic attacks at night when you're in bed or whatever. I've talked to lots of Jehovah's Witnesses who've said they've experienced the same thing. And we're all told, oh, well, it's because, you know, you're in the truth, because they hate you. But there's no scripture that says that's what's going to happen to you when you become a Christian. That happens to you when you get involved with the Watchtower and its demonic propaganda. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and please share, like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And until the next one, I'll say bye.